Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a great day. And I hope you've had a great week. Going to continue our weekly devotion today, wrapping up this week with just another short devotion from Tommy's message on Sunday. He had some really good points. It was a great message. I really enjoyed it, but there was a couple of things that stuck out to me. And so we're going to share a screen here and just go through a short devotion today. But there was a couple of things that Tommy said that made me think, and they're kind of a little bit opposite, actually. But one point that he made was about being still, and then there was another point he made about the right time to shout. So we're going to look at a couple of scriptures, but really enjoyed the message from Sunday. And the first thing I want to talk about was he mentioned that Moses was leading the children of Israel out of slavery, and there was a time in that story where they found themselves up against the Red Sea, right? And I think Ron and maybe even the other couple of the other guys have mentioned this week, but it was interesting the instruction that was given from God that Moses passed along to the children of Israel because they found themselves in a situation where they were doomed. In their eyes, they were trapped. They could see the enemy coming. They could only see that this was the end. There was no way out. They even made comments like, "You've brought us all this way just to watch us die, to dig our own graves here. We have no other option." Sometimes in our lives, I think we can get to that point to where we feel the same way. We feel like we're closed in. We feel like we don't have a way out. We feel like our situation is so dire. And we look to God sometimes and we say, "Where are you?" Right? Where are you, God? And what do you expect me to do here? I cannot get out of this situation. And so I think we can take a little bit of advice of what Moses shared with the people here, but some good stuff in this verse. So I want to just look at Exodus 14:13 just for a moment. It says, "And Moses said unto the people, Fear ye not," good advice, "stand still," good advice, "and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever." So we get some. I underline some things here. The first thing that we see that God says is, "Fear not," and that is a hard pill to swallow sometimes. Don't be afraid, because sometimes everything within us screams, "You should be scared." Right? And we've all had times in the past year and a half where maybe we have been overcome with fear, or maybe we did feel like we were stuck. But listen to what God says: "Fear not, stand still." That's also a tough one, right? We're telling these people who are trapped and the enemy closing in on them, just stand still. If you were in a boxing match, or if you were in a wrestling match and or a fight for your life of some sort, and people are coming at you, you're not going to stand still, right? The reaction you have is to either run or to fight back, or to get out of the way of danger somehow, right? But God says, stand still. And why? Because this you're about to see the salvation of the Lord. And so sometimes we need to stand still in our situation and remember that we don't need to be afraid, and to know that we're getting ready to see what God can do when we put our trust fully in Him and not in ourselves. He's going to show us what He's capable of doing. Now, how can we say that, right? And he also talked about, he went to Joshua, and Tommy used the story of Jericho also. And I just want to make a quick point here, but he talked about how God gave them the city of Jericho, and he gave him specific instructions on how they would see those walls fall down. And he gave instructions that Joshua should tell his people to walk around the walls for 6 days and not say a word, right? March around the walls 7 times, don't make any sound. But on the seventh day, when the time is right, when God said to do it, they were to shout with a great shout and blow trumpets and blow the horns and make some noise and watch the walls fall down. God had promised them that would happen. And sometimes we are to be still and to listen and to see God's salvation and to listen for his direction. And sometimes we are to shout. Sometimes we're to move. Sometimes we're to take action when God gives us that direction as well. So how is it that we should be able to have that boldness and to have that courage to shout sometimes when that's what God is directing us to do? Joshua 1:9 says, "Have not I commanded thee, be strong and of good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever thou goest." So today, whether you feel scared, whether you feel trapped, whether you feel like you don't have a way out of whatever situation, know that you can be strong and have courage because God is right there with you. And if you feel like you're in a situation where it's time to shout, it's time to take action, it's time to go, it's time to do what God's asking you to do, this verse applies to you too. Be strong, be of good courage, be bold, don't be afraid because God is with you there also. So wherever you are today, find encouragement in that. Know that God is with you. He's not going to leave you, whatever it is. So I hope you get a little bit of something out of that today. I want to remind you that tomorrow is University Sunday. So I've got my UVA Wise shirt on. Wear UVA Wise colors tomorrow. Let's support our town's college. Let's support our college students and show them some love today or tomorrow. So I hope that you'll join us at Mount Olive. Services at 11. You can join us in person if you do, wearing UVA Wise. You can also join us online. So either way, we hope to see you tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.